What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I see some people's in here already. Let me get my chat out and so I can take a look at it. How y'all feeling? Who's in here? What's good? Brad Harris, what's going on? Latoya Woods, what's good? Latoya already dropped the super chat. Okay. Super chats already. All right. I ain't mad at you. Thank you for the super chat, Latoya. Hold on one second. Let me get to that. Let me get to that. Hold on. Hold on. $10 super chat. Thank you. It definitely asked me a question. Very interesting who it will be. Christopher Branham, what's good? Let me see who else in here. John Jones, what's goody? Dak owns Philly, what's good? JR, what's good? Julio Lucero, what's going on? What's going on? Big Dow 8604, what's good? What's good? What's good? My peoples is in here. Definitely Deffy, what's going on? What's going on with you, Deffy? Danielle, what's good? What's going on? Droku, what's going on? Dylan, what's good? My peoples is in here. Y'all hit that like button as y'all come in. As y'all come in. Let's talk defensive coordinators tonight. See how y'all feeling. Familiar music. What's good? What's cracking with you? What's cracking with you? Mark Miles, what's good? What's good? Y'all see the names I got up there. There's a couple other names though. Aiden Durde, a couple people that was on the staff. I didn't put them in the thumbnail because I don't know if they're gonna go with them. If you were really comfortable with bringing somebody on from the staff, you would not be bringing in this many outside interviews. I just don't think they're gonna go with them. 73 people in here. I know y'all can hit the like button for me. I appreciate y'all. And thanks again for that super chat, Latoya. Definitely. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Y'all hear Deffy? Please hit the like button and subscribe. Pastor Oliver Sr., what's good? Renee Allen, what's going on? Christopher Brandon with the $20 super chat. Oh, you in here? Okay, you showing out. You showing out. Everybody throw the fire emojis in there for Christopher. Y'all know the rules. Bro, I think Wink has a shot, but heavy favorite is Zim. I think Zim is the heavy favorite, no question. I think Mike Zimmer is the heavy favorite. At least he's the heavy favorite for the fans right now. And I don't know if a lot of people feel that or not. You know, it's a war out there outside on Twitter, ain't it? It's a complete war on Twitter. Cowboys Nation, everybody fighting with everybody. Don't nobody know what they like, who they like. Everybody angry. It's crazy to me right now on Twitter. You know, but I think we're going to talk about each one's attributes, different things. Now, listen, if you want the complete X's and O's breakdown, please, y'all go do me a favor. Go check out my brother Okoye Media's page. I'm not even going to attempt to try to be an X's and O's guy like Okoye. Y'all know Okoye's body of work. Y'all go over there. He did a phenomenal breakdown on Mike Zimmer. His attributes, his what he brings to the table. I want to talk about those things, but I'm not gonna try to break it down like a Koye. I ain't gonna be disrespectful to my dog. And that's why Cowboy Nation is dope, because there's so many of us that do so many things. I just want to talk to y'all about my gut feeling and who I think can bring the best to the table. Y'all know already that we coming to the table late. You know, a lot of people have made their selections already. You know, defensive coordinator to come off the table. And like I was saying a second ago, if you were going to go in-house, you wouldn't do that many interviews. Prime example, Baltimore lost McDonald. I think his name Mike McDonald, if I'm not mistaken, to Seattle, right? Right? I think they elevated Zachary Orr. Just gave him the job. Jason Renfro was good. IROC, what's going on? What's going on? Richard Royster was good. Zachary Orchest was elevated. Then if you go over to the Rams, they lost Raheem Morris to the Falcons. They elevated, I think it's like Shula's great nephew or grandson, gave him the job right away. I don't know if they did an interview campaign. Right? That makes sense. So my question is this. If Joe Witt or if Aiden Durde legitimately had a shot, legitimately had a shot, we wouldn't be bringing all these candidates in. Richard Royster, if you're not positive, I'm not talking to you, period. I like that. I like that. I might pin that to the top, Richard Royster. I like that. I like you taking a stance. I like people that stand on what they standing on business right now. I'm pinning Richard to the top. If you're not positive, I'm not talking to you. I'm tired of the negative, man. You want to kick your feet and throw a temper tantrum, kick it somewhere else, man. Go lay down over there and throw temper tantrums. I would not do this, yo. If I hated it that much, I would just stop making content or make something else. Do something else. And look, let me make something clear before we get into the defensive coordinator commentary. For every Cowboys fan that's negative, all negative Cowboys fans, I am not telling you not to be negative. Did I say that clear enough? Hold on me. I am not telling you not to be negative. I'm not telling you to not hate Dak Prescott. I'm not telling you to not hate the Jones fan. I don't care. What you do is my point. Garland Love, what's good? I don't care. Is that cool? You can do what you want. Be negative as you want. Throw a pep rally. I don't care. Just stop bothering me about it. Like, I have my negative moments. We all do. But I'm not going to do that all year. And if you want to be negative, by all means. No one is going to criticize you, tell you that you're a bad fan. You're not a Cowboys fan. I'm just telling you, from me to you, from CFT to you, I don't give a damn if you're negative or not. Just stop talking to me about it. Is that cool? All right, cool. All right. Just to be clear. Now, defensive coordinators. Y'all put in the chat right now who y'all want to talk about first. And I'm going to pick out, I can tell. Y'all want to talk about Wink, Zimmer, Staley, Witt Jr., Dirday, or Rivera. I feel like Rivera is going to be last. I kind of knew Zimmer was going to be first, but I gave y'all a choice. Please hit the like button. We got 126 people watching. Let's get it to 100 likes, please, if you don't mind. Zim. Okay. I see Zimmer. Zimmer's the people's champ right now. Zimmer's the Cowboys defensive coordinator version of me. He the people's champ. You know what I like about Zimmer? One, he has amazing experience, but a lot of the defensive coordinators we've been talking about have experience, right? From what I've been, and I wasn't a Mike Zimmer savant or expert 2-3 days ago. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Who was? Which one of y'all was in here was a Mike Zimmer expert? JR 999 super chat. I'm the one that mentioned Leslie Frazier last time, but also am a fan of Zimmer. He's got ties to us and he's vocal. We can use somebody to call out bad effort on defense. That's an amazing point. I like that. I'm gonna put. I really do like that. Great point. Thank you for that. 999 super chat. No question. That's an amazing point. Calling out effort and just being upfront with the people when they have bad effort. The thing I've noticed about Zimmer is he's a fiery coach. Now, I've heard even people say online, well, how fiery can he be? Zimmer while old. Is Bill Belichick older than Mike Zimmer? There's plenty of older defensive coordinators. Vic Fangio ain't exactly a young man. And I see the Philadelphia Eagles fans throwing parties in the streets. So I'm not really stressing the age. I'm not. If you said, can Zimmer coach for 10 years for us, maybe we can be talking. I'm talking about the next 2, maybe 3 years or 1 year, depending on how this year go, right? Mike Zimmer, there's some clips floating around online. Did y'all see the clips online? Yes or no? Put a yes in the chat if you saw the clip of Mike Zimmer cursing out the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Vic Fangio ain't no spring chicken. I'm just saying, he ain't no young man. You know, Mike Zimmer got in and he just let him know, man. They was talking about setting the edge and just effort and telling them to get their mind right. If you ain't seen it, go to my page, Cowboys_fan talk on Twitter. You can find it. And it was fire behind it. And it was accountability behind it. And it was like, whatever y'all doing right now, I'm not going to accept nothing less but excellence behind it. And I'm not saying that yelling fixes everything. Everybody probably yells I know we got 143 people in here. We can get it to 100 likes though. I'm gonna take a sip. Michael Autry, what's good? I know like 20 of y'all jumped in here and hit the like button, so I'm gonna sip my drink while y'all do that. Jason Renfro with the 160 super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for that super chat. Jason been a veteran for a minute. Mike Zimmer seems like a no-nonsense, attention to detail, aggressive defensive coordinator. I like that. Cowboys are clowns. RBH203. Hey, y'all. Some dude named Cows Are Clowns, our running back or whatever, H203. What did Micah mean when he told Kittle, laugh now, cry later? Was he referring to how the Niners block him consistently with a tight end and a receiver? Hey, man, that has nothing to do with my conversation. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. But I'm not going to deviate from my conversation to talk about something that ain't relevant. The thumbnail is about defensive coordinators. The conversation I'm having is about one of those defensive coordinators. And you in here talking about the Niners. No. Thank you for the super chat. But I'm not talking about that. If you want to retract it, take it back, I feel you. But we're not talking about that. So, you got to go somewhere else to get that question answered. Go put it on Twitter. See if somebody answer it for you. I don't care. Okay. Back to my point. Zimmer just seems to be way more accountable with his players. I'm not saying that Dan Quinn didn't hold anybody accountable. That's not my point. Brandon Comey, what's good? I'm not here to downplay Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn did a great job for us over the last 3 years. He had a bad playoff game. He had bad showings defensive scheme-wise in our biggest games this year. That don't erase what he did over the last couple of years. I'm not like anti-Dan Quinn. I don't hate Dan Quinn. I mean, he the ops now, so he can hold these L's when we play him. But I'm not, this ain't about in here to bash Dan Quinn. He's gone. That's not going to help anything. But when he was here, his coaching from the booth, his lack of interaction with the players, I feel like during the game, at least visibly, I mean, it's only so much you can do when you upstairs. You can call down and talk to a player over the phone. You can do a Zoom meeting at halftime. I don't know if he's making his way down to the locker room at halftime. Nobody never showed me that. But the lack of touch, the lack of in-person interaction was a big deal. It was a big deal. And we didn't have that. And maybe it worked for a little while, but we didn't have that. Couch Potatoes, $4.99 super chat. I'm going to be real, Roman. It feels like the fan base is talking themselves into liking Zimmer more than actually liking him. I'm still not convinced. Hey, Couch Potatoes, that's a great point. Thank you for the super chat. And the Couch Potatoes been with me for a long time, and I ain't got no problem with no pushback. Ain't nobody saying that we got to love Zimmer. And you're right. You know why they're talking themselves into Mike Zimmer and couch potatoes? Let me figure this. Let me let you figure this out. It's who we have to pick from. You're picking from the lesser of two evils. We almost at 100 likes too. It's 90. It's 97 likes. It's 178 people. Come on. It should be at 150 likes because like 60 of y'all jumped in here. I seen y'all. You're sneaking it back. The true, I don't want to call them contestants. The true interviewees, the true people that got a chance of getting this job. Ron Rivera, Mike Zimmer, right? Maybe a former employee. I don't feel like Wink Martindale's got a true shot. I don't. Now, he has an interview confirmed by Brian Broaddus. He has an interview, but I don't know if Wink's getting a true shot. I don't. And we'll talk about Wink's attributes and negatives in a second. But the familiarity, we know how the Joneses move. They're familiar with Mike Zimmer. And not to be funny, out of all the I was about to call them contestants again. Out of all the people that are interviewing all the defensive coordinators, Mike Zimmer has the most interesting background than the others. Right? Why don't nobody like Brandon Staley? I'll come back to Mike Zimmer in a second. And I don't even know if Brandon Staley got an interview. I've heard he might. Brandon Staley, although he has good track record against the Shanahan tree, what do we watch the Chargers defense do over the last 2 years? Young boy JD with the 999 super chat. I want to say, dope. Your daughter had an amazing Cowboys Nation B-Day. Appreciate you, bro. Bro, thank you. Rome, I want to say, man, you've been the top dog I got to for Cowboys talks. Who respect Dak Prescott through the ups and downs, man. Thank you, Rome. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for that super chat too, young boy JD. I appreciate your continued support. You always show me love. Seriously. We watched the Chargers defense because that's Brandon Staley's calling card. Looked bad over the last 2 years. So, of course, a lot of us is like, I don't know about Staley. We've physically put hands, feet, we've been headbutted, we didn't beat down Ron Rivera's teams over the last 3 to 4 years. Am I not lying? We have punished Ron Rivera's teams. Almost 200 people in here. Please hit the like button. Let's get another 40 likes real quick. It's almost 100, almost 200 people in here. We've been punishing Ron Rivera for years. So that's why the fan base is like, I don't know about him. Last year, who was the defensive coordinator of the Giants? Now, it ain't as simple as, well, they look bad versus the Giants. I mean, he looked bad versus us, then that means he's a bad defensive coordinator. But Wink Martindale got a calling card. Washington had a good defense last year. Yeah, but a good defense versus who? Hold on, young boy JD. Don't delete no messages unless it's some. I don't know. Let the messages rock, young boy JD. Don't delete none. Don't delete none. You know, that's my fuel. Let people talk. Unless it's something racial or something crazy, let it talk. That ain't no bad message. You can let that talk. I ain't tripping. Wink Martindale is known for the blitz and aggression. Just overly aggressive. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sounds phenomenal until a person figures out your bag. Man, they know the blitz is coming. And they designed an offense that just is there for blitz relief. Emergency valves. He's going to blitz. He's going to come off the edge. I need to have a back here. And then once you have, blitz beaters, it's almost like his entire defense is neutralized. Right? Am I tripping? Hold on. Mouse acting stupid. Hold on. Michael Clark, what's good with you? Now, Is Mike Zimmer? I talked about some of the other coaches. Aiden Durde has been a defensive line coach. I don't think they're going to pick him because of lack of experience. I don't think they're going to give him a shot to be the defensive coordinator. I just don't. I don't. Cowboys don't move like that. I ain't saying he's not qualified or nothing. I just don't see it. Joe Witt Jr., I feel like will interview with Washington and be gone. The Cowboys are afraid to hitch their wagon to him because of his ties to Dan Quinn. I don't think they're going to give him a true shot. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'm not mad. But Joe Witt Jr. and Aiden Durde look like Rooney Rule interviews. Tell me I'm lying. That's foul. Well, we keeping it real. That's the top. Yo, the couch potatoes. That's my the couch potato. That is my top candidate. Let's be clear. If you can have any defensive coordinator right now, I don't even need to see the name. Any defensive coordinator right now, chat, please write his name in because I need to make sure we're all on the same page. There's a person out there I would love to bring in, and no, not Bill Belichick. If I can have anybody right now, and it's not Mike Zimmer, if I can have anybody that's available right now, and he's available, but the Jones family, I don't know if he's getting an interview. Glenn White already on my page. It would be Mike Vrabel. I would bring Vrabel in a heartbeat. Hey, is anybody here? Would anybody in here take Zimmer over Vrabel? Because I ain't crazy. Bill Belichick's just not. He's too far. He's not working for nobody. He the GOAT. He's not working for nobody. I would take Bill Belichick, but he's not working for nobody. Bill Belichick would be like, yo, fire Mike. I'll come in there, but I'm not working for nobody. And I can respect that. When you the coach GOAT, you're not working for nobody. I would definitely on my page, JR on my page, Couch Potato on my page, Glenn White, Mike Vrabel. And that's not a slight to Zimmer. But if Mike Vrabel's not an option, then if Zimmer's the second best option, you take who's on the table. We're not about to have no defensive coordinator. Now, that's subjective. I can't definitively tell you that Zimmer's better than any of those defensive coordinators. I'm telling you, wrong. CFT. That's my opinion. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if you think it's uneducated. I don't care if you think it's stupid. Leave. Stop watching. I like Mike Zimmer. I like that clip floating around. I like the AA gap, the A gap defensive scheme. I like it. I like that it gave Aaron Rodgers fits for years. I like that Mike Zimmer's not only got that scheme, he's had a chance to revamp it. Remember when we brought Dan Quinn in, when everybody was negative against it, not me. You can go back and check my videos. When everybody was like, I don't know about Dan Quinn, I was like, Dan Quinn was able to be a head coach, get fired, go back in the lab and revamp things. And it was true. Mike Zimmer got fired. He's coached down at the college level with Dion. Because him and Dion is like this. He's gotten a chance to step back, look at his work, reanalyze what he might have been doing wrong. He's gotten a chance to watch the game and look at the Shanahan tree and say, how would I stop that? How would I stop that? All these other defensive coordinators haven't gotten a chance to step back for a year and just kind of reanalyze what's going on. Mike Zimmer did. Am I saying that that'll definitively make him better? No, but sometimes that's an advantage. Taking a step back, getting your mind right. So we will see. We do know that Mike Zimmer definitely knows how to coach a defense. And if we was getting our ass whipped, come on, we can get it to 150 likes. I'm gonna finish my point when we get to we get 137. I'm gonna finish my point when we get to 150. It's 13 likes away. Just y'all go and do that. Because y'all just messing with me. And that's cool. But stop. Okay. Close enough. 147. Mike Zimmer, I don't think, would have let that playoff game get that out of hand. At just pure effort. They should not have scored that many touchdowns in a row. You can say Dak Prescott accounted for a pick six. You could say Dak Prescott gave them a short field. We're going to talk about the fact that he loves linebackers in a second. I think all defensive coordinators love linebackers. I think Dan Quinn just thinks he can play safeties at linebacker, and that's another story for another day. Okoye's breakdown on defensive coordinator was amazing. Go and watch Okoye's breakdown. That's my dog. And me and Okoye are going to be doing some work either this week or next week. Long overdue. That's my dog. One of the GOATs in this game. Seriously. I think just sheer passion. They would not have scored that many times in a row. I think we was nervous. I think we was in our feelings. I think we was scared. I think after the Packers scored once or twice, come on, 2 likes away from 150. Now y'all just patronizing me. I think that things just got out of hand and snowballed, and no one was there to stop the bleeding. Nobody was a Band-Aid, a tourniquet, nothing. We just let it go. Nah, I could see by that clip from Mike Zimmer online that he would have been like, "Yo, get y'all out of y'all asses. We got to do some work. Set the edge. Do something. We just letting receivers run 30 yards wide open should be an indictment." I see him. They got it to 150. Appreciate y'all. Receivers running 30 yards wide open should have been an indictment. It happened like 3 times. One time it's like, oh, blown coverage. 3 times? That's on the defensive coordinator. Our talent ain't that bad, and their receivers ain't that good. We was in our head. So I'm looking at it like this. Just the passion I've seen. And look, Wink Martindale looked like he yelled at his players too. If we got Wink, I wouldn't be like horribly sad. I wouldn't. Now I would want Wink to start doing more scheming and less just blitz. Blitzing is great. Rome, stop making us relive that game, dog. Yeah, it was a rough game, but we can't run from it. The couch potatoes. If we don't acknowledge how bad we played, we'll never fix it. That's the Cowboys' problem. That's the fan base's problem. Let me preach for a second. We always want to just turn the page and ignore things. No. Let me break down y'all the difference between positivity and pessimism. You can be accountable and positive. You can like moves and be positive. That don't mean you don't want to hold the Jones family accountable. The Jones family go out there and sign Derrick Henry. It don't mean that we should throw a party and the offseason is over. No. You go sign Derrick Henry. You bring in Patrick Queen. You go sign a DJ Reader. Great. We're having a great offseason. We're going all in. Then you got to go to let's get this draft right. Because last year's draft was bad. Right? Then go get the draft right. You got to re-sign CD, extend CD, maybe extend Dak Prescott. Do what you got to do. It's a lot of dominoes to show me you all in. Maybe change up the coaching staff some more. Bring in a great linebacker coach. That dude we had last year, bad at his job. It's a lot of moves. It's not just 1 or 2 moves, a linebacker and a running back, and y'all should be happy. No. It's not just a good draft. No. It's not a good training camp. Nope. You know when y'all will start to believe again? Y'all want to know? When we give y'all a peek into the future, y'all want me to know when y'all will start feeling like, all right, things might be different. And no, it ain't going to be the playoff game. Y'all not going to wait that long. I'll tell y'all. Y'all want to know? It ain't just beating the 49ers. We have the 49ers, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Ravens, Philly. It's still Philly. We got a decent schedule next year. A real decent schedule. Right? It ain't about the win or the loss. It's about how we look versus the good teams. Does that make sense to y'all? It ain't as simple as, okay, as long as we go beat one of them teams. No, because y'all football fans like I am. I don't care if Cliff Kingsbury is the new Commanders OC. Name up. Congrats. It's about how we look versus those teams. Let's relive the season for 2 seconds, even though the couch potato's tired of me and my reliving the season. Hit that like button for me. First test this year. 49ers. How we look. Like we didn't belong. Right? Am I right? We look like we didn't belong. Then you was able to fool yourself because we played the Eagles, and I've been standing on this perch for a while. The Eagles ain't as good as everybody think they are. So when we played the Eagles tight, it looked like we played a good game. It was fooling us. Jason Renfro, we need someone like Dave Wannstedt or Butch Davis. I don't think they're gonna do it. They're not even on our radar. Thank you for that $2 super chat. I don't think they're gonna do it. They'd have been mentioned. All the people that I'm putting it as people that's been mentioned. I want Trey Benson too. That's a great. That's a live stream coming soon. We got to get our defensive coordinator together. Daryl Sharp. We'll get it. We ain't look like we belong versus the Niners. We look like we belong versus the Eagles, but the Eagles weren't that good of a team. They lost 7 of the last 8 or 6 of the last 7. Something crazy. They fell apart completely. So us beating them at home was fool's gold. Then we went and played Buffalo. Did we look like we belonged on the field with Buffalo? Nope. Nope. Now, Miami. Miami's a team similar to us. And everybody compared Miami to us all year. So us and Miami played a good game because we both don't belong. And we both sitting our ass at home. So Miami's not a good measuring stick. Now we did play Detroit, who's a good team. We played Detroit. I feel like Detroit was our best game of the year, and nobody want to hear that. We played Detroit good. It showed that we didn't have a running game because we couldn't close that game properly. But Detroit's a good team, and we played them well. We played them well. But other than that, in Seattle. Dak showed me in Seattle. Dak showed me a couple times this year when the game was on the line properly that he can throw game-winning touchdowns. He did in Miami. We lost the game. He did in Seattle. But when that playoff started, even he nutted up and had a bad game. So my point was this. Y'all won't start believing until we play a good team, a really good team, and we look like we belong. It ain't about winning or losing. You know when a team look like they belong. Am I tripping? Y'all know when y'all watching the game and y'all could be like, nah, we could have won that game. Am I tripping? I need to know. I feel like you know when you're like, we belong on that field with them. And you leave games like, we ain't belong on that field with them. When we play the Ravens, the Bengals, the 49ers, the Steelers is well coached. Washington's about to be well coached. The Eagles are revamped their coaching. We got like 7 or 8 teams next year that's gonna come to play. Young boy JD, man, don't make me. I don't want to have to take your mod away, bro. I rock with you, but you gotta chill. Like you gotta chill. I see another message. Let me make him a mod. Another message block. I might have to take your mod away, man. You can't. Don't worry about none of that. Let him rock. I know, but it's all good. Just let him rock. Let people rock. If it look crazy, I promise I'll point it out. If somebody start tripping, I'll sick y'all on them. Y'all can do what y'all got to do. That's a fact. Football is not basketball. You need all 22. That's a fact. Super cool. I agree. I'm not hating on Dak. I think the entire team didn't show up versus the Green Bay Packers. I think the entire team got nervous. Green Bay came out, scored that 7, and everybody got tight. And we lost. And I ain't here to make no excuses about that game. The pressure was too great for the team. I know that for a fact. That's how I feel. I don't know why, but it's just the pressure of the we got to win. We undefeated at home for a while, and all that. There was too much pressure. Green Bay came out there and punched us in the mouth, like Aaron Jones said, and we ain't have no counterpunch. And none of y'all will believe in this team. None of y'all will believe in this team until next year we go out there and show that we can play on the field with somebody else. It really ain't about the win or the loss. Now, I ain't saying we need to just go look like we can play with them all year. We got to win some of those games. We go out there and we play the Ravens and we play the Bengals and we look like, oh, okay. Now, you still won't believe fully. You still will be waiting for the playoffs. But you'll tap back in. You will tap back in. That's how I believe. I know how Cowboys fans work. But anyway, let's get back to the defensive coordinators. Ron Rivera. I'm going to be honest with you. Who in here really, really knows Ron Rivera's scheme or anything like that? Ron Rivera probably knows how to coach defense well. This is just be the truthful. Ron Rivera is not horrible. Excuse me. It's just recency bias. I think I've watched my team beat the Washingtons so bad over the years. It's hard for me to get excited about Ron Rivera. I'm like, I don't know. Does that make sense? Is that fair? That's why I don't like Ron. You can call it recency bias. You can call it, look, man, I'm too close to the situation. I've watched us beat down Ron Rivera so much. I can't get behind. He got to show me. Mike Zimmer's been gone for a little bit, so I can tell myself, I think he might have something. That's all it is. Is that bad? Brandon Staley. I watched him look bad the last couple of years. So it's like, Wink Martindale. We dropped almost 100 on his team in 2 games. They got competent D. They got Dexter Lawrence. They got competent D tackles. They got okay edges. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about Wink. I'm not here to be right or wrong guy. I don't feel it. My gut is telling me out of everybody that's available, unless it's Mike Vrabel, who I want the most, or a Hail Mary like, oh, Bill Belichick was the coach under Mike McCarthy, which I don't see happening. I think Zim Is that wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong in the chat. Am I wrong? Young boy JD with 99 super chat. Rome, I didn't purposely remove the messages, man. I didn't mean I only removed one message when you said chill the second time was accidentally. It's all good, bro. I was trying to copy my message. I don't it's all good, bro. I ain't tripping. I ain't trying to chastise you. I just don't want people to feel like they can't come in here because their message is getting removed. I believe you. Let's you know what I'm saying? You it's all goody, bro. It's all good. It's all good. We just trying to keep it chill. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to feel alienated that's just trying to speak their mind. I don't care if people are speaking negative. Like I said, it ain't about telling you if you right or wrong. It's not about me being right or wrong. I just don't want nobody disrespecting nobody like personally. Like don't come at people sideways or block their messages. People like I feel like this is a fair space. Come here and speak your mind. You know, I could be completely wrong. Mike Zimmer could be trash. He could be. But my gut, I'm standing on. I feel like out of the contestants, or well, I keep saying contestants, out of the coordinators that we have like to choose from, like Mike Zimmer might be the dude. His scheme, look, his scheme is phenomenal as far as just it's different. Do y'all feel like that people are used to our scheme? Do y'all feel like people are used to the scheme we was running? It's like, did you think that people was used to Kellen Moore's scheme? Contestants is hilarious. I don't know why I keep saying contestants, Droku. I'm sorry. Contestants, come on down. Contestants is nuts. I'm sorry. I think people is really getting used to our scheme. I think people got used to Kellen Moore's scheme. They knew what we was going to run. It would work, but when the games got tight, Love's Beauty, you good? It's all goody. What's good with you? I feel like people got used to our offensive scheme. That's why this year was a breath of fresh air. It was a different scheme. We was running different patterns, different type of plays in big games. Now, of course, it didn't work all year. I know. Didn't work in the playoff game before somebody come here like the scheme was trash. We didn't get it done. I know. But it was different. I think defensively, Dan Quinn's system has been kind of figured out for the Cowboys. Now he'll probably go back to the drawing board and make some changes for Washington, according to his staff and according to his roster. But the Cowboys need to make some changes. I'm liking the way that scheme that Zimmer runs looks. And he probably made some changes, but I think it'll be different. I would love to approach the line, everybody on the line of scrimmage, linebackers in the A gaps, safeties on the left and the right side, and you just kind of like, what's going on? And then right before you hike the ball, everybody bails out. Boom. And that looks the same all game, but it's mad different packages, different coverages. It's man, it's zone, and it makes the quarterback think. I like that. Now maybe I'm wrong. Zimmer likes big linebackers, yes, and we need to. I think this is the irony. I think that Dan Quinn's going to go to Washington and like big linebackers. I know we ain't no way in the world we ain't at 200 likes. It's been at 197 for like 30 minutes. Come on, y'all. Come on. Last 20 people. Hit the like button. Stop playing. Stop messing with me. Because it's right there. Let me read the chat a little bit while y'all do that. I know candidates. Let me make you a mod. You're thinking candidates. You right. You right. Candidates. I keep saying contestants. Candidates, interviewees, anything. But I don't know why I kept saying contestants. Y'all don't mind me. I hope Zimmer loves beauty. I hope Zimmer will play the best guys and not the front office favorites. I would love that too. Thank y'all for getting 200 likes too. I want a coach that stands with his convictions. I'm not saying that Dan Quinn didn't. I just like the players. I think y'all know how like what's the best way to put it? Y'all know how y'all got a teacher in high school or college that's like great. They're lenient. They like getting like they're like your friend, right? And you love them. And you get good grades in their class, right? You getting A's. Y'all follow me for this. See if this makes sense. You know, you're like, I really like that teacher, that professor. I rock with him. And then the next semester begins or the next year, and you get a teacher that's hard as hell on you. And that half work that you putting in ain't good enough. And that last minute work just ain't hitting. And the teacher's like, this ain't good enough. So those A's used to get starting to be C pluses and B's. Y'all ever had that happen to y'all? And you like, man, what's good with the Q's? Ice M, what's good with the Q's? I already know what the Q's look like. What's good with the Q's? Um, and then you get that teacher that push you. So the year start off bad. You getting C's and you B's now. You like, hold on, dog. These used to be A's. And you start applying yourself. You start studying harder. You locking in more. So yeah, it's a struggle in the beginning. And our defense might be a struggle in the beginning. Oh, but the middle of the year though, that C plus is a B plus now. It ain't quite an A yet. But towards the end of the year, now you locked in. Because that new professor, that new teacher ain't playing with you. They want you to put in that work. Show me. And that's what y'all want, right? Y'all want the Cowboys to show y'all something different. Don't tell you different. Don't tell you, don't sign players and tell you we're gonna be great. Sign players and show me you're gonna be great. Don't tell me we're gonna have a great draft. Have a great draft and then show me why the draft was great. Does that make sense? This the show me year. Carpe Omnia was last year. This year's slogan should be show me. Then I'll believe you. That should be the sentence. Cowboys 2024. Show me. ... Then I'll believe you. And that's fine. The player should know we can't talk. We can't beat our chest. But I feel like Mike Zimmer represents that as far as what I've seen. And I could be wrong, but what I've seen is he's going to hold the players accountable better than we've been getting held accountable. And it's not a good cop switching up to a bad cop. It's a bad cop. I'm here to tell y'all that what y'all been doing is okay. I expect better. And it's up to the players to show and do better. See, Joe Crew, you trying to get this money. Get them show me sweatshirts. That might be flavor. That might be flavor right there. The show me sweatshirts might be flavor. I might have to do that. Hey, y'all, stop fighting in the chat. It's all good. Stop fighting in the chat. It ain't that deep. Hey, Wanye is going to be a player this year. I think Mukwambo's going to be here. Bell's going to be here. Malik Hooker. I think J-Ron Curse might be on the way out the door. And I've rocked with J-Ron, but I don't think he's going to be here. We're going to have a live stream. We're going to talk about players that are going to be here and players that's not real soon. I don't think they're players that's under contract. I don't think they're going to just cut. I think this might be Malik Hooker's last year. I think Wanye Thomas might be a starter. It's real. I think Wanye could be a true free. I think Wanye Thomas could be a true free. I feel like Donovan Wilson shouldn't have to play as much. That sounds crazy, right? That sounds crazy, right? I know. I feel like Damone Clark should just be depth. Damone Clark shouldn't be a starter. That's where I'm at with it. I want production. We can't get Patrick Queen. I want Willie Gay. I want definitive linebackers. I want Overshown to play this year, but I don't want to depend on him. I want to work him in. So give me another mid-level linebacker. We should come into camp this year with 6 linebackers. Tell me I'm lying. 6, 5 bare minimum. I want 6 linebackers. If you want to count Mike as one of them, fine. I don't know if LV is coming back. We're going to see. Loves beauty. Cowboys Nation, let's stick together. Hey, y'all got to stop fighting. Y'all got to stop fighting. Fighting each other ain't going to solve nothing. Hey, and I like that they was talking about putting Osa on the edge. They said that that's something that Mike Zimmer might do, put Osa on the edge. Do y'all think Osa can play edge? I think Osa can play edge. Osa's big and physical. I think Osa Odigizua can play edge. I feel like he can set the edge. And putting Osa on the edge will free up Micah. See, you go get DJ Reader, and then you look at the middle and there's DJ Reader, Jonathan Hankins, Osa on the edge, Micah on the edge. But then Micah comes over and plays linebacker some to blitz, play those A gaps. You got D-Law that can bump down sometimes. Like, I love it. But we'll get to like moving players around as we start to form our roster. I can't talk about forming a roster until we move, we make some moves. So look, we down to it's about 52 minutes in. Let's talk about defensive coordinators before I go. I know I'm all over the place. That's what I do best. I think, let me do this before I go. Let me do this. I ain't do this yet. Let me start a poll. All right. Who do you want at, y'all pardon me, DC? All right. We're going to get this together. I'm going to do Zimmer. We're going to do Wink. We're going to do a poll. We're going to do Joe Witt. We're going to do Rivera. I'm going to leave Staley off. All right. All right. I'm going to do the poll. Pin the poll. Y'all vote on the poll. Taiwan Cole with the 199 super chat. Rome, what do you think about the 3-4-D that ran by Rex? I think it's dope. If we get the right personnel, we got to get a true nose. A true nose. I don't know if Jonathan Hankins is a true nose. We need a true, legitimate nose. You can't run a 3-4 without a proper nose tackle. Not an he's kind of a nose tackle. So I don't think it's going to happen. It's too much reshuffling of the actual defensive personnel to run a 3-4. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see it. Young boy JD with another 999 super chat. Appreciate you. Rome, I'm going to head off tonight. Want to say I respect you. I appreciate you, young boy JD. Man, sorry about the misunderstanding. It's all good, bro. It's all good, man. You know you family. But I'm going to be making beats again. Let me know if you want any free of charge, man. But love y'all, Cowboys Nation. Appreciate you, young boy JD. We will chop it up soon. Thank you for that super chat. And the other ones, too. And the other one's 2. We need physical linebackers. I think we would need too many linebackers to run the 3-4. We don't got enough. We barely got enough linebackers to run the 4-3. Let me see what's going on with this poll. Let's do okay. All right. I see y'all vote. How many people voted? 62 people voted. Y'all vote on the poll. 62 people voted. And we at 75% Mike Zimmer. 8 Wink, 16 Joe Witt, 2 whoever voted Ron Rivera is a wild boy or lady. No one wants Ron Rivera. No one. I would look. I saw y'all saw Dak Prescott with Sean Lee. I got hype. I would love for Sean Lee to be the linebackers coach. I wouldn't mind Sean Lee to be the defensive coordinator, but they're not gonna do it. I know he ain't never called plays. He ain't never been a coach, so that's a big reach. But I just rock with Sean Lee a lot. So yeah, let him start with like linebackers first, and then we'll go from there. Let him start with linebackers. I might be reaching saying to be the defensive coordinator. I think this week, let me tell you how this week gonna go, and then I'm gonna slide. That's fair? All right, that's fair. I appreciate Al Harris, exclusive gamer, but I don't think his lack of experience, I don't think they'll give it to him. The Cowboys is looking for somebody with experience. This is what I've heard from people that rock with the Jones family. They keep spewing out stuff that they're looking for. That's why I'm landing on Zimmer. It's not that I love Zimmer so much, it's that I know that he'll get a shot. I don't think nobody else is going to get a shot. So the fact that he's never been to DC, they're not going to give him a chance. It's messed up. It's stupid. It's probably stupid, but they're not going to do it. You know why? Y'all not going to get an answer on defensive coordinator this whole week. Y'all know that, right? The Jones family is going to milk this week. Why y'all think they're going to milk it? Sean Nesbitt with the 499 Super Chat. Salute, Big Rome. I do agree with you. We got to rebuild the running back room and the linebacker room. We got to rebuild the whole rooms. Thank you for that 499 Super Chat. That's a fact. It's Super Bowl week. They're going to be talking about the Chiefs and the 49ers. But guess who's going to get wedged in the coverage? Dallas Cowboys. For clicks, for ratings, for talk about. So every interview, they're going to talk about the Cowboys. First interview's tomorrow at 9 a.m. Whoever it is, it'll get leaked. It's going to be 5 days. We're going to have 5 interviews. Guess who's going to get an interview on like Friday? Probably like Mike Zimmer. Because that's the big name. So they want that name to carry through the weekend. So they're gonna use this as publicity. They're gonna interview with everyone, but they're gonna talk about the Cowboys all week. And every name that gets leaked, they're gonna be like, oh. And every day they're gonna be like, oh, well, Ron Rivera is probably tomorrow at 9 a.m. Get that out the way. Then Tuesday will probably be Wink Martindale. Joe Witt will be Wednesday. Aiden Dirty will be Thursday. Mike Zimmer will be Friday. Maybe a Brandon Staley in there or something like that. And then they'll talk about the Cowboys during Super Bowl coverage into the weekend. And the Jones family will win. It's stupid, but it's real. I hate it because it's not football. It's rating stuff. But that's what they're going to do. Pay attention to the comments. My fault. West Virginia country boy. Witt with Washington already? I thought Witt was not definitive in Washington. Well, then Witt is gone and he gone. I ain't tripping. I ain't really think we's getting Witt anyway, to be honest with you. But I think Zimmer's high on the job. I think Rivera might be in there. I think Wink's a long shot. And maybe there'll be a dark horse. But before I go, I'll say this. Yes, I would like Mike Vrabel, but I don't think we're gonna have a shot at him. I would love Mike Vrabel, but it's not gonna happen. So I gotta deal with the lesser of two evils. Who out of all the contestants, out of all the interviewees, everybody that's available, I think Mike Zimmer is the best choice. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for rocking with me. I'll be going live again this week. Be doing something with my boy Okoye this week, hopefully, or maybe next week. And I'm gonna be dropping content on y'all. Always. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all hit the like button and please hit the sub button. It's been a long trek. I'm still trying to get to 24K, one sub at a time. But I wanted to jump in here and rock with y'all for a little bit. I'm gonna go because I got to work tomorrow, and I don't feel too well. But it is what it is. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good evening. I'll see y'all again soon.